I never had school as a priority. I never really thought, all right, I'm going to make it through the education system like everybody else, or like a lot of people do. They take that route where they go, let's work hard in high school so I can get the grades, do some tough classes in college, scale up that ATAR, get into a good university. No, I never had that vision for myself. I always had a business mindset, a business, I was always business oriented. I tried to start businesses from the age of 14, 15. And, at the start of 2018, I thought, this year's going to be different. This year I'm going to finally jump off that cliff. I'm going to finally migrate from the idea of, just having ideas to actually executing those ideas and making them a reality. But what I didn't realize is that I was so far from ready. My mindset just wasn't there. I had a lot to do within myself before I could actually elevate to the point where I could jump off that cliff that I had on a pedestal for my entire teen years, knowing that I would never make it as a student. Anyway, start of 2018, I tried to start Student Saver Canberra. It was a concept that I came up with while I was actually in college being year 11 and 12 in Canberra. And it was to save students money with a discount book that was going to be exclusive for students. I was going to start out in Canberra with just a book and eventually expand. Seeing the bigger picture, I wanted to expand across Australia with an app or a discount card or something of that nature. And look, I didn't have it. The planning was great. The team was great. To be honest, I didn't have the balls to really jump off the cliff and really make that move. There's the, am I good enough? What are my friends going to think? What is my family going to think? But to be perfectly honest with you, once you get your own mind right, none of that really matters anymore. And you just become, you have tunnel vision for that goal, and that's it. You got to be prepared to eat shit in business sometimes. And you've got to be able to accept defeat and accept that, when things don't work out for you, yeah, it's a kick in the guts. Failure is sometimes the best success. People use the word failure and they say, oh, I failed. I'm not good enough. I could have done this better. I could have done that better. But the fact of the matter is that failure is what shapes every single success. I don't think there's an entrepreneur or a businessman in history that was perfect and that came out, hit the ground running, and had a successful journey right from the get-go. I learnt a lot in 2018 that I now feel 100% ready and prepared to implement in 2019 from the perspective that I'm not going to let failure set me back anymore. I'm now in the mindset of embracing that failure and turning that failure into motivation, into drive, being able to reflect on that from a strategic standpoint as well and saying, okay, well, that didn't work. I'll try this now. Or maybe my model was flawed in this way, so I'll try doing it that way. It's really a matter of trial and error. And I think when you're in the business of running your own business without any education, without any real qualifications, you have to be prepared to eat shit. You've got to be able to embrace that failure, because if you don't, then you're going to end up in a deep depression. And I've experienced that too. I've experienced, failing on something that I worked on for months and months and months, built websites, done all these things, and just for whatever reason, it didn't work, right? This video is not about me going into the details of why it actually didn't work. What is it? It's April already. Time definitely flies, but if you're impatient, then time may as well be going at 1,000,000 miles an hour and you're still never going to get where you want to go. You have to be ready to lose. You have to be ready to learn. You have to be ready to embrace the failures.